everybody.
Where did I put that video? I swore I had video. Where did that video go? This is crazy. I didn't delete it. Oh my
Hey, Kev.
All right, let's show this one.
So family, this amazing story comes from Colorado. A Colorado town has been left without a police department after the entire department quits because this department has so much corruption and so much misconduct to the point where they only had 3 cops left, and even those cops are gonna quit. That is amazing. And so the town of Springfield, Colorado has had some problems with their police since 2019. And apparently they had to fire their police chief for alleged unprofessional conduct. And also they later paid out $50,000 to settle claims that one of his officers acted inappropriately towards a 15-year-old girl. I mean, it's just, the list goes on and on, but the residents of the area will not be left without law enforcement. That is just, y'all, it gets worse. So in the same report that revealed all this, we also discovered that they had to fire another officer who had only been a police officer with that department for about 6 months after a series of bad interactions with residents. And so that same report found that that same officer had to be let go from another law enforcement job because of a series of, quote, alleged transgressions, end quote. And so right now, the department, the whole department quit effective Saturday. Y'all, do you understand how absolutely absurd this story is? And people out there are still defending police officers. I mean, honestly, they make my job easier, because when the average person sees people still defending cops when stories like this is out there, it makes me look like a rock star. It makes my job easier. The people who still defend cops, they do my work for me. Especially when people can easily use Google the same way that I did to put out this story. Listen, y'all, it's to the point, whereas if you don't get the point, you're trying to not get the point. Police officers cannot be trusted when you have an entire department that has to resign because they simply can't be trusted to be police officers. That is absurd. Absurd, I tell you. Absurd.
They quit because they couldn't handle being, because the black one was in charge.
Yeah.
What the hell? That video keeps disappearing.
It must not be meant for it to come up.
Okay.
Go to the next one.
All right, let me show this next interesting video. This is what the hell?
Forgive my call.
I don't know what something's going on. Anyway, we're gonna talk a little bit about Black love. So about love in general, Black love. But you know, we're gonna kind of. I know we hit the color hard every week. This week, we're gonna talk about what men need, and I'm sure Tiffany would give me an earful.
There's always that question of what is it that a man looks for, right? Now I'll tell you that most men, they look for peace. They look for a place to feel safe, right? To be able to feel emotionally supportive, to be able to dump that stress and anxiety that they get throughout the day. The last thing that we want is to fight and argue with our person. We actually want them to grab our forehead and kiss our forehead and say, baby, it's okay. I love you. I'm here for you. We don't want to have to worry that you're going to abandon us on our bad days or just because we might be stressed, right?
Sincere.
We want our foreheads kissy. I don't know about that. Oh, here's what I was looking for. This is Steve Harvey. This is very interesting. This is Steve Harvey.
Black people are the only race of people that's responsible for the actions of one another. Mel Gibson do what he want to do. He don't owe white folks shit. I do something, I gotta do all types of shit for black people. How you gonna buy this and we over here hung? What the fuck my car got to do with you being hung? You could have changed all these people's lives and shit. You can't eat the fucking car. I be tired of that shit sometimes. But that's on you. You can't go nowhere because you got your corporate job. You can't even go around your family sometimes. Because they begging your ass half to death. Because you the first one in your family to turn your ass into something. And here they come with that yakety shit. White folk go around each other all the time. They don't even fuck with them. He's the CEO. Motherfucker just be the CEO. You fuck around and be the CEO and carry your ass back to the family with you. You finna owe everybody in that motherfucker and you don't see that. That's your CEO.
All right, that was the Steve Harvey philosophy that black people don't owe each other shit. Get your own. Get your own. All right. Get your own. All right. Here we go.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We'll be giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's called Kevin and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show.
Yeah.
Hey.
We are back. What's
Yes.
up? What's going on?
Hey, everybody. Hey, Carl.
Hey.
Miss you, Kev. Kev
Yes,
making that
Kev.
money.
Kev's out there
That's
making
right.
cash, so Kevin can't be here this Wednesday. I forgot where he is, but I'm sure he's in some other state killing it, representing.
Yes, throwing up swords in the air and all that crazy
Shout out
stuff.
to Kev. Kev, we miss you. I know we love you. I'm sure our audience
Wow, we miss you, Kev.
and loves you also. Well, we're back. We were on a 2-week hiatus. I actually went down to Barbados for a couple of weeks.
Yes.
We went to Cancun for a wedding, I take it.
Yes.
And my trip to Barbados was kind of bittersweet. I had fun seeing my relatives, my friends. My dad's not doing so well. But he's still up and around. But you know how I know, Tiffany, like you see your parents throughout the years, energetic, and then you see him and they're not as full of energy. You know, you can tell
They
that
slow down. They slow down.
and you know, it's kind of hard to take in and watch, but
Yeah.
you know, it's a circle of life, as you know, as they say. And
Yes.
but we still had fun with each other. And we still enjoyed each other. So it was,
Shout out to your daddy.
all right, dad, my wonderful dad. And so I was telling Tiffany, in Barbados, the monkey population is off the charts. Off the charts. So here's what's going on in Barbados. So we're not going to make this a whole show. This is just a quick story, folks. So before, just like how here in America, you guys have deer hunting season and you guys hunt bears and you hunt, you know, geese, ducks, whatever it is, hunting season. So in Barbados, they had a hunting season well, it wasn't really a season, but they were allowed to kill off the monkeys because, I mean, Barbados is a small island, like 21 miles by like 8 miles. It's not too big. So
You said how many miles?
21 by 8 or
20
something.
miles? 21 miles?
Very tiny, yes.
Yes, that's very tiny. I didn't 21 miles.
Yes. It's 166 square miles. It's not a big island.
Right, okay. I just learned something.
Yeah. So anyway, the monkey population took off. So some people in America got wind of the killing of the monkeys in Barbados.
And you know how them animal people are.
I'm not going to say the race or the color of these people, but they were very upset about the animals being killed. I don't think I should have to say the race. But they contacted the Barbados government and told them, we're going to label you an animal abuse country, and it's going to affect your tourist industry, and your country's going to lose millions of dollars if you don't stop killing the monkeys. So the government buckled because, of course, our tourist industry is our biggest industry. That's how the company thrives. That's how the company survives. There's lots of hotels and hospitality industries for the tourists to come to Barbados. So nobody wants to lose that money coming in. So the Barbados government said it's against the law now to kill the monkeys. Well, that's fine, but now the monkeys are pretty much taking over the island. There are now monkeys in my neighborhood where I have never seen a monkey before. The monkeys in the backyard, all over the.
Oh God, Planet of the Monkeys is going on in Barbados.
So, it just shows, how the power of America to reach across the Caribbean Sea and tell us how to deal with our island. Now, mind you, there's a huge gang violence going on in Barbados and people are being shot in the street. Nothing from these people about that.
But the animals
is
a different thing, a different whole situation. But they should be able to, I feel like if you voiced your opinion, America, about the monkeys, y'all need to see what can y'all do to help Barbados, because you do not want monkeys in your backyard. Okay, you don't want monkeys walking up and down the street like they paying rent. Now we know that's their land, they sharing land and stuff. But I mean, come on, if that's the case, come get some of the monkeys and put them on other lands that need some monkeys, or do something that can be able to help the country, because that's a lot.
Yeah, but no, these people in America, they don't live in Barbados. I mean, these monkeys, I'm not making this up. They literally are attacking people. They're killing the crops. You can't. Farmers can't plant anything.
That's what I'm saying. Them same ones that's complaining should come and handle the monkeys, since they feel like they don't want y'all to do what y'all normally been doing. I know whatever y'all do, that's what y'all do. But if they have a problem so much with it, they need to come and solve the problem, since they have so much hand in it. Yeah.
Well, it's just. How white people love animals.
I love them too,
Yes, black people, we love animals, but white people love.
Dad, call like
they love. Ask Gina knows. Gina's watching. She knows. White people. Have you ever seen white people with a dog? Oh my God, I have had dogs, and I love my dog. I love my dog. It's a dog. Yeah. I love it. But white people love their dog.
I love animals too. But they should go over there and stop them people from killing the lions over there, or the other white people that's killing lions and posing with them and stuff. If they want to stop people killing animals, go over there to Africa and tell them to stop killing the animals, the elephants, the tigers, and the lions.
Yeah. So, I mean, the fact that they threatened Barbados with labeling Barbados animal abuse, and it's not an animal abuse, it's the freaking.
That's not right. Now that was wrong. That's that. They just wanted to put that heat up under y'all. But y'all should write them, since they have all this to say. Can they please help y'all remove them or take them somewhere else? Or build a sanctuary.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if they want to come, build a sanctuary or do something to help, but don't just stay in America and threaten.
Right. Threatening y'all.
And they knew they had the power, because I mean, once you threaten the tourist industry, you can.
That's the money that's coming into the country.
Yeah. Yes, and 99.99% of the tourists who come to Barbados are white people.
Right. So they like the monkeys. Well, you know what? When a monkey rip their ass up, be like, listen, we told y'all to do something with these monkeys, and y'all didn't do nothing with these monkeys, so they're gonna rip your ass out.
Yeah. So that's my monkey. So how was your Cancun vacation?
Oh my gosh! So you said something about black love.
Yes.
And I understand what the guy said. I wish you had a black version, but we have to appreciate love. Me just going to this trip to see somebody exchange vows for their love was amazing to me. I had to do the hair and makeup. I'm like the beauty coordinator for the behind the scenes, so making sure everybody was looking good, and it was just so beautiful to see someone get married and share love and show their family, show their young adult children, get married, appreciate that love, you know. Also on the trip, I saw many couples. It was so many couples and children, and I thought that was a beautiful thing, you know, just seeing people together. So yes, love was in the air, and I feel like we need some love, y'all. Get some love. Stop arguing and fighting with your boo. Get some love.
So how was the wedding? I mean, was it
Okay, so I stayed at a place called the Grand. Well, the wedding was at the Grand Moon Palace. That's in they said that's like next to Cancun, but near Cancun. I stayed in the GR Solaris, so that's not too far from there. But the Moon Palace did a very awesome job. They had everything coordinated properly. The food was amazing. I mean, the service was amazing. I didn't have no problems at all. I actually had a really great time. And I know the difference between an intimate resort and a grand resort. I mean, because the Grand Moon, as soon as I came in, they was giving you washcloth to wipe your hands, gave you a flower and champagne. I was like, ow. Yeah, I was doing it up. So that was a definitely shout out to Merlene and Tim. Shout out to y'all. Blessings to y'all and y'all union. Thanks again. I really had a ball.
Who you shouting out to?
Oh, that's the married couple. That's Merlene and Tim. I really had a good time. And shout out to their guests, the hosts, everybody that was there. It was amazing. I had fun.
All right. I'm still trying to find this. We want to talk about the Sesame Street. I know it's kind of old, but I saw it when I was in Barbados.
It's not old.
It's
Rosita,
not old. No?
I'm looking for you, Rosetta. What's her name? Rosita. I'm looking for you, girl. Whoever is up under there, I'm looking for you because you're lucky you didn't do that to my nieces or nephews because I probably would have jumped on your back and choked you out, and then they would have locked me up. You don't go past and go do like this and, oh, no, I ain't touching you. Oh, no, when you high-fiving all the little happy white kids, and then when you come to the black little sisters, you going to try to play yourself. I'm looking for Rosita. I got the...
They claimed that she couldn't see.
Oh, she couldn't see. She saw to do this. She saw to do this.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
Now, when this story first broke, I wanted nothing to do with it because I get so tired of these types of stories. Everything gets called racist these days. But then I actually forced myself to watch the full compilation video that shows that same character ignoring and waving off other black children at that parade.
Who said it's okay, Big Bird?
That girl that was on the front.
Hey!
Now, when you watch those multiple clips, it is unambiguous as to what is going on here. As a father, I think about my son who loves Sesame Street, and I think, what if he had to go through something like that? And it just makes this whole story really sad and disgusting and just upsetting. This is even more appalling when you consider the history of Sesame Street. Sesame Street was one of the first children's shows made specifically for black and brown children. So initially, Sesame Place apologized, but they kind of tried to make excuses for this person, saying that in the costume they couldn't see good and they couldn't see low to the ground. Then Sesame Place said they were going to be doing some diversity training for their staff, but you know, we'll see how all that goes. But now, before you start boycotting Sesame Street and doing things like this, we need to remember that this is more of an issue with this allegedly racist individual, more so than it is with the entire organization. The main person to blame here is the potentially racist person behind that mask. And why do racist people love putting on masks when they do racist shit? Like, I don't get it.
Sesame Street. So who are the people in your neighborhood?
Yeah, it's who is the people up under that daggone Rosita.
A racist is a person in your neighborhood.
Rosita up under that mask.
Yeah.
Up under that mask.
Yeah. They got sun. Remember that sunny day, keeping the blacks away.
Oh my God. I never even heard that.
You never heard
that before.
Sunny day, keeping the clouds away. You never listened to Sesame?
Yeah, I heard that, but you done put the blacks in it. You done made your whole.
Yeah, well, I mean that after Rosita.
Well, we gotta do a whole new thing. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And like I said, I'm thinking when you're dealing with children, racism should not stand. I didn't know nothing about racism growing up. Okay, my mother didn't teach me it. She didn't say dislike white people or anything. She was never that. You know, children should be children. I don't care who was up under that costume.
Yeah.
I'm gonna really talk about the people that run this whole production. Okay. Don't give an excuse of she didn't see or the character did not see. We see that the person was tapping everybody else that was the same height as those little girls. You done went past and you saw them because you waved them off. So it's right in our face, and you probably been doing this for a long time and nobody said anything, but now we got cameras. Thank you, cameras. You seeing everything right now. So I think that I hope they do sue, because this is not the first time. They got a couple of clips, as you see, you know, that's doing it. And like I said, like he said it's not the character itself. It's who is inside of there need to be fired. And Rosita need to do a whole speech.
Oh, absolutely. They definitely have to do. I mean, have they come out and Sesame Street? I mean, they thrive off of dealing with racism. I mean, and that's the reason they made all the characters different colors. You know, so they need to address this and address it aggressively.
But I thought children was neutral ground.
That's like, what, you know, like, it just shows you the level of hatred and racism in this country. Don't forget, back in the slavery days, they had baby shackles. They had baby shackles. They had shackles for babies that they put on their feet and their hands.
Right.
And I'm not even. That's not made up. That it's there.
No. We know it's real, but it's just so sad that, you know, because I watch Sesame Street. I'm over 40 years old, and you know, I never felt, you know, racism. You know, and I was, because like you said, everybody's all different colors. It shouldn't be with that, and it's sad that those. And my thing is, did you see the little girl's face?
Yeah,
she was disappointed. That's what would have made me kick Rosita. Okay, I'm telling you, I would have kicked her right in her shins. You're not going to make my baby sad.
Rosita's supposed to be Latino, right? I mean, like,
listen. Well, we would have been fighting, because you're not going to make no child feel bad. I mean, that made. I don't care if the child was black, white, what's called. I don't care. The point is, they are children. Children are neutral. You do not put children involved in grown people stuff. I don't tell my nephews to hate.
Regardless of how much racism I deal with, nothing against white kids. Nothing. I would never.
Right. Because we're not raised like that.
No, never. I told this story before. I was at a gas station one day, and there was this white lady who was putting gas in her Dodge Caravan, but she only had $10, and the kids wanted snacks. So, you know, the kids were like, they wanted her to put like $8 or whatever, $5 in gas, and then, you know, so they can get snacks for the other.
Wait a minute, you said the children was telling her to put $5 in and use the rest of the money.
Yeah, she wanted to put in the whole $4 in the car, and they were asking her if she could just put some of the money in gas so they can get. So what I did, I used my card and I filled up the tank with gas, and I told her to go get use the $10 to buy the kids snacks. Now, this was a white family. This was a white mom.
Oh, you very nice. You very nice. But
after I drove off, I'm like, what if these people were going to a Klan rally or something? And I just
no, but that's just show you how us as black people are taught to turn the other cheek on the regular, you know, and that's what happened. You are a nice person. I probably would have tried to.
I just saw.
You was being nice and you was helping out the kids. But my thing is, how dare you kids tell me to put $5 in my tank and keep the other $5 to buy y'all some snacks? Y'all out of y'all mind. Oh no.
Yeah.
That would have been it for me.
Yeah. So how does Rosita character and first of all, they were saying that she couldn't see because of the way the costume designed, she couldn't see. And I don't buy that.
I don't buy it either.
She was able to see the white kids, you know what I mean? I don't understand how she couldn't see. I mean, they know it's bullshit, and they try to, you know.
Yeah, and I hope that the family sues. They need to sue.
Yes.
So Rosita, who is inside there, not the character. Let me just fix that. Not the character, because you know the little kids like the little character, but it's too late now. She done snubbed them. But the person that's inside, I want to know who's inside.
I know. I mean, and she's out in public. Did you think no one was gonna? I mean, we live in the age of everybody has a video. I mean, babies come out of the womb with a freaking cell phone.
Okay, they know how to work the iPhone and iPads better than us.
Yeah, I mean, babies are not coming out because they're in there texting.
And she lucky it wasn't a hood kid either. A hood kid would have probably pushed her like, yo, you didn't even say nothing to me. Yeah. I'm sitting right here.
Let me give some shout out. Yvonne Williams Simmons, what's up? What's up? Thank you for checking in. Norma,
hey everybody.
Norma, thank you, Grandma, for hanging with us. Gina Fiore, our resident white lady. What's up, Gina? Facebook. Oh, somebody's commenting on my title for our show. I think I said, what did I say?
Something funny.
We're discussing what did I say? Anything I said something about the loveliness of being black in America.
Yes, the loveliness. Yes.
Being black, it is so love. You know, honestly, when I was in Barbados, I have to say, for 2 weeks I was not a suspect, and I felt it. I felt so free. And I said, I wish every black American could experience this. And I had another friend of mine who lived in America for 50 years. He's now retired, living back in Barbados. And he said it's such a freeing feeling. I mean, we were sitting out in front of the house. People are passing. You know what I mean? There's no tension. You know what I mean? Because, like I told a white friend of mine, like even sometimes you get a look from white people. You know what I mean? It's a look to let you know that I'm afraid there's something wrong with you. Even that just gives you you know what I mean? It's just
an uneasy feeling.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But there, when you're in the Caribbean and everybody's black, the police are black, and the white people are there, they're either tourists from another country, and the white people that are there, there's only about 2% of them, so we keep them in check merely by outnumbering them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'm sure if they outnumbered us, we'd be dealing with the same shit that you guys are dealing with here in America.
Mm-hmm.
But it's such a free, and I wish I truly and I sincerely said I wish all black Americans could experience being in a place where you know what I mean? You just feel,
you don't have to look over your shoulder or worry or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I walked into the supermarket, nobody's following me. When I go into the supermarket, and here I'm aware of the cameras. I know they're watching me, and I'm conscious to keep my hands in the open when I go to the supermarket, any store.
Right.
They didn't have that feeling at all. But you know, but people say. We will say, well, so why don't you go back to your country? Well, I can go wherever I want to go. You know?
No, I think that's just ignorance. You know, anybody that say that they're ignorant, y'all just mad because y'all wish y'all had your own country y'all can go to. But we stuck here where our ancestors made this land, blood, sweat, and tears.
The funny thing is, there are Americans living in Barbados. There are Americans living all over the Caribbean.
Right.
And at no point does anyone ever say to them, go back to America. We don't want you here. Ever.
Right.
Never have. No. You know, as a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. When you're from the Caribbean and you realize someone is from another country, not just America, you try to make them feel as welcome as possible.
Right.
I don't know if it's taught to us, but when people leave your island, you want them to go back and say nice things about your island.
Right.
You give them the best treatment. If somebody's they get treated better than the locals.
Right.
Right. Know? But here it's the opposite.
It is.
Here you're not from America. You get the hell out.
Right. Right.
You don't want you here. Go back to your country.
And that's sad. That's sad. But when I went away, that was my first time going out of the country. Everybody was nice. Everybody was pleasant. It was just towards the end, a little older man tried to get us for some money for the cab. I wanted to shake him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he tried to get us for the cab. First it started out at 28, then it went to 35. We gave him 40. He was like 45. We like 45. I gave him them 100 pesos. I was trying to save my little $100 little 100 peso.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, I said, take this $100 peso, because that was $100 peso is $5.
Yeah.
I was like, take this little $5, get out my face. You lucky I'm at the airport ready to go.
Yeah, they try to get you when they know you're not from the country. There's some of that going on in Barbados too. They'll try to get you if they hear you have an accent, but it's not rampant.
Right, it's not.
Yeah. Asia Coleman, thank you for
my sister.
In. What's up, Asia?
Thanks, hey, sister. How you doing, sister? Love you.
Thema Taylor
says, hi, girlfriend. That's my baby mama.
F Rosita, she was out of line, period. Rosita.
Okay.
Yeah.
She done messed, that person on the inside done messed it up for Rosita. She done assassinated her character. Ain't nobody want Rosita now. Unless Rosita come out and say, I am sorry. And that was not me. It was somebody else. Okay. That's the only way they're going to save Rosita.
Yeah. Waylon Beller checking in. Waylon said, no, their children are neutral. Ours have always been in play. Correct.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, white kids are neutral, and ours have always been in play. But what does it say about the people, though?
Right.
If you really sat and thought about racism, seriously, I mean, you have to be a special kind of evil. And I'm serious. I mean, like, if you sat for a moment and you thought about all the racist bullshit that Black people have to deal with, the people that do it, you know what I mean? You have to consciously put on a Rosita costume and say to yourself, I am, you know what I mean? And consciously not interact with kids on purpose. Kids, these are kids who look, you know what I mean? Who are easily, inspired and you know what I mean? They're so full of innocence and
right. And here go Rosita.
About them that says hate, or they don't nothing about hate. They don't nothing about racism.
Mm-hmm. But they're gonna remember that.
Absolutely. That I'm sure there's some trauma going on there.
Yeah.
You know, there's got to be some trauma going on there. Yeah. Thema Taylor says she went past multiple kids of color. She doesn't get a pass from me at all. She can get a pass from anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. You know what I mean? Like you said, F Rosita. But should we say F Rosita or should we say F the person in the costume?
But that person in the costume assassinated her character by doing what she did. Now nobody want to see Rosita now. Not after you don't. Like I said, she has to come out with a press conference.
Yeah. I mean, where are the people who went crazy when Sesame Street said Ert and Bernie were gay? Where are those people now on this?
I didn't even know that, and I didn't even. That's another thing. Children are supposed to be thinking about that. Right. I wasn't thinking about the sexes of Bert and Ernie at that age.
Nobody was. I wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Why do we have to put a sex or a name or a sign or a non-binary? Who cares? Muppets don't even have none of those things down there. Isn't it plain? Aren't they eunuchs?
Yeah. I don't agree with exposing kids to that kind of stuff that early.
I think it's just so much stuff. It's just doing too much. Just doing too much. It's just doing too much. We was talking, we get tired of talking about police brutality, what's going on, but it's just sad. You heard about that young man that wound up, I think he ran a stop sign or something, or he didn't stop or yield at a sign, but he saw the cops coming after him and he took off like a bat out of hell. Like he was scared because he ran in his house and hid behind the couch. And they
I saw that. Yeah, they came in, they grabbed him, and they and they beat the hell out of him.
Tore his ass up.
Yeah. It's just okay, so let's jump into that a little bit as to we know why Black people are treated with more force. Because where are the videos of police brutalizing white people? How many? There may be one or two, but where are the videos of that?
Right. Where is it at?
Yeah.
And
So,
I'm not saying it's not a crime or something is going on out there, but ours look like it's a little bit more. And my message to our men, listen, please don't run, because when you run, you piss them off because you made them run. And they're going to whoop your ass, okay? And it's not like they did it to one. They done did it to many. Go ask around. Cops don't play when it comes to you running, and what they would stomp you out. I felt so bad, like, oh my God, and his family is screaming. Nobody's using their mind, like saying, just please calm down. It's just really, really, it's just too much. I don't know what to say about our police system, and now, you know, also a whole police system. But I think it's just it's not a lot of them, but it's a little town.
Yeah, it's a town. There's like 6 or 7 police. And they got a black manager, and she's in charge of the police department. And the entire police department quit because they don't want to work for a black woman.
Wait a minute. This is what they use. Hostile work environment.
Yes. Well, you know what that means.
Yeah. Too black, too strong.
So trigger warning here. We're going to show a couple of videos of the police.
What are you writing me up for?
You're riding your bike on the wrong side of the road. It's against the law.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
I'm the one who is the cop, and you're not. I'm telling you it is.
All right,
Title
go ahead.
75. Please say me.
No, I'm not giving you nothing.
Okay, well then you have to come with the address.
You're not, bro. You're not taking me nowhere.
Well,
bro, you're not taking me nowhere.
41-9. I need your assistance.
Right.
On
bro, if you touch me, don't touch me, bro. Yo, give me my bike.
No, I'm not.
Give me my bike.
I'm arresting your ass.
Go ahead.
You're going into.
Give me my bike, bro. Give me my bike.
Going to an interview?
Yeah, right there.
Let me see your ID.
For what?
For what is he under arrest for? What did he do? Don't touch my fucking mom! Go sit down!
No, no, right?
Fuck you!
What am I under arrest for?
What? What?
Bitch, don't take shit to my brother like that. Fuck is wrong with you? Bitch, don't abuse your power. Don't be talking to my brother like you sucker, bitch.
What do you
think
do?
you hard because you got bad bitch ass
Go
nigga?
take your ass to the house!
What you gonna do, bitch ass nigga? What you gonna do, bitch ass nigga? What you gonna do, bitch ass nigga? Get off my brother. Get off. What you talking about?
Touch me. Touch me. Touch me. Touch me so you go to jail. Come here. Come here.
What the fuck is going on?
Carl, that right there was such a chaotic situation. I'm starting to think that they need to have someone to come on to at least talk first before they go into, because all of that was chaotic. That was chaotic. Something was going to happen after that, you know, and it's so sad to see that. I hear children. That's just horrible. And like I said, I don't, you know, they had a big thing on defund the police. That's not what we want. We need better education for our police department on how to have human contact with, you know, people, humans. You know, have empathy and sympathy for others, or think before you just go ahead and act, or try to solve a problem before you act, or even call in somebody for crisis. Did you know that they have a new number up now? I think it's 988 for people that's in crisis.
988?
Yeah, I think it's a new number now that they put up for people that is in crisis, you know, mentally, because that was something else where a young lady just passed away. She wound up being in a coma or something like that. The cops came in, she was in the back seat. They called her because she was having a crisis, a mental crisis, and the cops came, not the hospital came, because normally that's what they do first. The police come before the ambulance or anybody come. So now I think that is good. Yeah,
my problem is they seem to be more forceful with black people.
No, they are, because they're not trained to be,
And it's not even a matter of training me. I mean, it's just a matter of being a human being. Like, like I don't know what it is. I was talking to a friend of mine about racism, and I said police remind me of. Have you ever watched one of those shark shows on the Discovery and the Discovery Channel? They show when sharks go into a feeding frenzy, they can't even see anymore because their eyes roll back in the head and they just bite and they just keep biting, and their eyes roll back in the head, so they're not even looking at what they're eating. They just bite in with. To me, that's how police are, how white police are when they see black people. Their eyes roll back in the head and they just start, brutalizing people because we mean nothing to them.
But the police system was never for us anyway. I mean, it wasn't to protect us. It was to protect the white people from their stuff, to keep us in check. It never was for us. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's ingrained into the police department. Like, everything needs to be upgraded, need to be redone, because I stress this a lot. This is not a black and white world anymore. This is a multicultural world, and it has to be dealt with as such. You can't do the things that you're doing. You having a lot of people that's having mental crisis, and they're not dealing with it like that. They're automatically hurting them or killing them.
Because to them, we're not people. To policemen, they don't see us as people. They just see us as these other things. Not even, these other things. I mean, we are 3/5 of a human being,
right?
Right. And back in World War II days, the job of the black men in the army was to load the bombs onto the the bomber planes. That was the only black men. That was their job, to load bombs. So when I see police doing this stuff, I don't know how you can train love. Can you train somebody to love? Is that possible?
No, I don't think it's training for love, because this business is not about love. This is about law and order. We have to have law and order regardless. I understand that, because you have a lot of people that's off the hook and they need to be behind bars. But I think that they need to be, it's either need to be trained or they need to be removed, and they need to get a new set of people.
Removed, yeah, but I don't know how you're gonna make somebody go. It makes somebody go from I don't care, I like black people, to okay, I like black people. I think it's almost impossible to tell people. How do you tell somebody to look at people as human beings? I mean, that should be a natural human instinct. Like when I filled up that lady's tank with gas so her kids can get snacks, I saw color. I'm not gonna say I don't see color. I see white people, but I saw kids.
Right. You saw children, yes.
That wanted snacks. You know what I mean?
And I probably thing too, but I probably would have went into auntie mode and be like, y'all little kids better sit y'all little butts down. I get y'all some snacks, but mama, put them 10.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's something that you can teach. I don't know if that's something that you can ingrain in people. I think that's something that you have to be born with. You have to have empathy for people. You have to have
you have to be
you have to have all of these things that can't be taught in any class or any school or any, you know what I mean? And these people don't have it for black people. And we just have to be honest about that. There's nothing we can train. We can't train these white policemen to treat us like human beings, because first of all, they do not see us as human beings. And Pamela Jones, Pam, what up, Pam? Pam. Pam says we are seen as property, and that's true. They
still to this day, yes.
Day, we need to stay in our place, and we need to check in with them, and we don't do anything unless they say so. You know, and that mentality is still out there. How dare you challenge me? You're black, I'm white. You don't question me. I question you.
Right.
You know, that whole mentality is still out there, and I'm afraid 1,000 years from now we will be doing the same show and talking about the very same thing. I'm afraid it seems to be built.
No, but if we can touch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Our message is please talk to your sons. Please talk to your people. You know, if you are having issues, they have outlets for y'all. They have, like they said, like I said, the crisis line. You know, if you feel like scared that the police might come in and do something, please. Also, don't argue with them. Please don't argue with them. Don't run from them, because these cops, they don't, that's the point. They don't care. And we don't want to see our children dead. We don't want to see our brothers and sisters hurt. It's too much. And it's, my nephew was watching it, my little 10-year-old nephew. And I was like, turn that off, because I don't want him to see that. Yeah. You know, that's so scary. You know, I don't want my nephew at 11 years old have to see and feel that energy, because little young white kids don't feel like that. You know, I don't believe little Asian kids go through it either. You know, like the life of a black child and a black man growing up, and it's very hard. Like you said, you went to your country just to have that peace, that you didn't have to worry about anything. And none of us never really felt that before, you know, and it's sad. So what we got to do is make our own peace and make wise decisions, and do not act on emotions, because emotions will get our ass killed. Okay. We don't want you to die.
Yeah. I mean, Pamela Jones says defund means many things. It doesn't necessarily mean no money for police. No,
that's right. That's not what we wanted for it.
We mean we don't need the police. Take all the money from the police.
No, we need law and order. We need law and order. They need to use that money. To, matter of fact, go get Jane Elliott. Go get Jane Elliott and let her do the blue eye, green eye experiment with them, and see which one is racist. And you will find out who is racist and get their ass out of there.
So I think they should give police a lie detector test. Personally, you know, they get to give it to criminals. You know,
half of them are.
And, I wish more black people would join the police departments. If your neighborhood is 98% black, I don't think it should be 80% white.
It's a difference. You know what's the difference? Because it's once you in there, you are in the blue gang. You can't turn against your brother. But you can't turn against your sister.
If the police department is 98%, is 80% black and 10% white, then they can't control shit. Because
I don't know if it's going to be like that, because the police union is almost all white. Okay,
but if they can't deny, at least try. But a lot of black people do not apply for the police. They don't apply for the department. So
I know many black cops. I know them, you know, as clients and stuff like that.
Right.
It's a whole different life. It's a whole different life. It's like I said, it's politics and everything. It's politics and everything.
Yeah, but I do think that more black people should try to, you know, join the police department and try to change. I mean, the same way they came in, like, okay, the Irish took over the fire department, right? Everybody knows that. Most fire departments are Irish. They I think it was the same thing with the police, but now we have the option to join the police department. I think more black people should step forward and try to police their own neighborhoods. I personally think that would help a lot.
I think it would be a great thing, but I think it's the system. It's the system itself. It's going to be hard for you. How about you have a black cop that want to come in and they want to do a lot for the community? They'll shut them down, because that's not a part of their the same thing with teachers. You want to come in and you do certain stuff. You can't do certain stuff because that's not a part of the system's curriculum. You understand? That's what I mean by that. It's just that you want to do so much, you want to be more, but if it's still run by this certain system, you can't get as far. Look what happened when they hired this one black woman to manage. Everybody is in a bunch, and not one of them can say what was wrong. What did she do to make the place hostile? Why? Because she told you what to do. You don't want to take order from a black woman. Come on, they said her record is awesome. It's not like they're gonna bring somebody there that's not good. They just can't take that who she is, and she's probably changing a lot of things.
Waylon Bellard from YouTube says white, black, Hispanic cop, they are all protecting white law under a blue flag. So
yeah, that's
become a cop. You just go along with what you know. What I mean,
that's what I'm saying. You got a few cops. It's a documentary. I have to send it to you where it's like 4 or 5 cops that are actually fighting against the system. I think they're here in New York, and they've been having a lot of problems because they had to do certain quotas. And if they didn't do certain quotas, they would get docked, or they would get in trouble, or they would get some type of write-up or anything like that. It's like I said, it's the politics of it. And my thing is, if you can't make change in it, you're not gonna be happy. You're gonna wind up leaving, or stay there for a couple of years, get into politics, or get into law. Change it with the laws. I don't know.
Yeah. Thema Taylor says, also remember there's racism within the police unit as well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's the whole.
So we are fighting a never-ending battle.
Yeah, because the system needs to be changed. Like the school system needs to be changed. The whole the police system, the law system, the laws, all of that stuff needs to be rechanged or upgraded. Because we see that a lot of these things are not working, and time has changed. We're not in the early 1900s. All of these things have changed. We ain't in the 1960s. We in 2022 now. We still going through 1960s and 70s issues, but indirectly, it's not in our face like we had the white water fountain and the black water fountain. It's inside. It's in the DNA of it. And that's why we're going through. Me and my sister friend Tima, we was in the store today, and you should see the prices. Everything went up at least $2 to $3, $4.
Just because you guys walked in?
I'm just saying in general, everything is going up.
Oh, okay.
But our pay is not going up.
No.
And we out here busting our ass and stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot. And did you hear that the guy, the 2 police officers, I can't pronounce their name, and I am not trying to slaughter their name. They just got one got 3 years and one got 3 years and a half. The George Floyd.
The cops who was standing around when George Floyd got murdered. Yeah.
So, well, there you go. Maybe it could have been a little bit more, but that's just for standing around, not doing anything, And imagine if they would have pushed him off, or, stopped him, or said, no, don't do this. You're going to mess us all up. But that was their superior. So they had to follow their superior. Look at that. We just talked about it. And one of them is a black guy, and the other guy's a minority, also a Chinese. I think he's an Asian man. Look, they couldn't do anything. I think one of them just started. So you had to follow what your authority was doing. Now imagine if you would have did that. You would have got in trouble. He would have got in trouble. So he had to add that to the game. So that's what I'm saying, Carl, with this police system. Yeah, you can be in it and try to do it to change a community, but look what happened. You put in this position. You just started today, and right. Look what happened. You about to do 3 years and a half.
So is there a solution? I mean, the way we are talking, it seems like there's nothing we can do. Racism is here to stay. Should we create our own Wakanda? So should we create?
Matter of fact, that's getting ready to come out to the Wakanda forever. No, first of all, it's going to be very hard for us. It's going to be step by step. But what we can do is start with our family. Start with who is in our inner circle and communicating with our nieces, our nephews, and stuff like that about, these streets. And please watch out for them, and maybe point them towards something of doing something different for the community or for their people also. That's why I really do this. I do this for my, for the people, for my family, for my nephews, because I want them to know what's going on. And I want other people to inform their children of what's going on. Because, yes, because we are Black, we go through more.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's relentless. I think we talked about this before we went on air. It's like, with all the police violence and killings, you think that it would slow down. You think that police would be more, would take caution when they deal with Black people.
Right.
But they're not. They're still going full force. There's something about us that sets them off.
Yeah.
I think it's just a hatred. You know what I mean? They don't like us. So
yeah. And then you got to remember too, it's different states too, and you got these down south, Ohio. They hate when people from other states come out there and march. They was like, our Black people know their place. I mean, you should hear the things that come out these people's mouth, but they don't like that when we come out there and fight for other people out there, because people are tired, and this is a new different breed of people now. They are fighting. They are going out there. They're marching. They're talking. They're having a conversation, and it's good. They need to.
Yeah.
They need to.
Yeah. I mean, I am afraid, like I said, that years from now, I mean, it seems like we keep going over the same thing, and but I like that we keep putting the information out there. And I know Kevin, always says things are changing, but they're not changing rapidly. But I just don't want, like, years from now somebody else is here doing a show about the same thing, because the same things we're talking about now is the same thing they talked about in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s.
Yeah, I was about to say we can't really do nothing about that, because look, Martin Luther King, Baldwin, all these people was talking about it.
I don't know if some of you guys caught the Steve Harvey video that I showed, but there's a video of Steve Harvey basically saying that just because he has money doesn't mean he has to share it with other Black people. He said that other Black people say to him, "How can you go buy a Rolls Royce when Black people don't have blah blah blah?" He said, and he's like, he's kind of like he. It seems to be, and I don't want to speak for Steve Harvey, but if he has his money, if you're Black, you go get your money. I have a different philosophy. If I have lots of money, I'm going to try to help other Black people. I'll do what I can. And I feel an obligation. I do feel an obligation to Black people to help Black people, because I've always said we need the most help, and we see it day after day after day after day. We need the most help. You go anywhere in the world, and Black people are not treated. We all treated, like we don't matter. So me as a Black person, wherever I can. If I work at a McDonald's and Black people come through the line and they order one Big Mac, they would get two. When I worked for the cable company, I used to I hooked up so many Black people with free cable. I gave out so much free shit. Every opportunity.
Carl, if they come looking for your ass.
Every opportunity I get that I can help Black people without breaking the law, I friggin' take it. I take it. Listen, whatever I can do, and I don't agree with Steve Harvey saying that because he got his, fuck all the other Black people, get yours. No, I think I don't have a lot, but what little I have, I think I should use it to help other Black people.
I don't know. Steve Harvey has run me the wrong way for years, so I'm really not going to take any advice from Steve. Now, dealing with money, I understand how you feel. We all do want to help our people. We don't have it, but we have to pick and choose properly how we help our people, because not all our people want help. Okay. People will take advantage of you. Okay. Because I'm telling you right now, we all know when you get some money or somebody think you're doing something, they be the first one on the line and you ain't seen them in years. They coming up with ideas and things you ain't never heard of. You ain't never come to me. I ain't never see you hustle or work hard to do nothing. So yes, everybody has a leech in the family. You just got to blow them off. Yeah. But yes, if you're going to give back and you want to do something, you have to pick and choose wisely how you give back to people, because you want your money to go into something that's going to really help somebody or make a difference. And you don't want to get got either, because you got people out there that will take advantage of you and try and take your money from you. So other than Steve Harvey talking about it, that's his issues that he go through. He don't talk about his personal issues, so he should leave stuff alone.
Yeah. All right, well, Tiff, we're at that hour.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank everyone for checking in with us today, and thank you for welcoming us back from our mini vacation. Especially want to thank Yvonne Williams Simmons, Norma Staley. I'm not going to get everyone, so please forgive. Gina Fiore, our resident white. We have a Facebook user. That's the name. That's the person's name. Facebook user. Fema Taylor. Thank you so much. Asia Coleman. Thank you.
My sister. Hey,
please
sister.
Tell everyone about our show. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you get notified when we go live. Pamela Jones, thank you so much for checking in. Thema said F Rosita, right?
Yeah.
Highly favored, thank you so much for checking in. Waylon Bellard, thank you, brother, for checking in. I said brother. I hope I got that right. Pamela Jones said thank you for the discussion. Pam, thank you guys so much. Gina, we love you too. And thank you to everyone. Any parting words, Tiffany?
Please talk to your loved ones, your sons, your daughters, on how to handle and deal with the police, okay? We do not want our children to leave this earth over emotions. We also got to control our emotions. Also, I want to send a message. We didn't talk about this, but pastors that like to be flamboyant, we giving you the side eye. Yeah. My thing is if I don't see no supermarkets, schools, or community centers for the people, like you said, when you want to give back to people that need it, that pastor that got robbed, I understand why the hood came and got you. Okay? Or I hope you didn't make that up just to get some likes and clicks. So that's another message. Oh, all right.
The pastor had on $500,000 worth of jewelry. Him and his wife, $500,000. At first it was at $1 million, but then they said it was $500,000. Even $500,000. Why you need that kind of jewelry?
Did you see his background? My separator looked better than his background.
Really?
I mean, come on. Are you serious? That's what I'm saying. We need more people that is for the people. You know, not trying to do a come up. That's the sad thing. We don't want to do a come up. And we need to have better, Black love.
Yes.
We need to start having some love in our life. I'm sending out love.
All right. Thanks to everyone. We got to do a show on Black love and what Black men want and what Black women want.
And what Black men want.
Yes. You'd be surprised what Black men want.
Yeah.
Pleasantly surprised, but you'd be surprised.
Yeah, and it'd be like the little stuff. It be a lot. It's not really hard to please a man. Yeah, you know.
4-inch fingernails and eyelashes. And, it's not that stuff.
Listen, natural ladies, be natural. Men like natural. All that extra stuff is too much. And what's his name? What you said that 80% of women do not wash their body. Are you serious, Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon.
What kind of women he messing with?
I don't know. You see all the women he messed with. Message.
Yes. All right, everybody. Thank you for checking out the show. Thanks again. Pamela Jones. Thank you. Thema Taylor. Thank you. Gina Fiore. Down the line. Highly flavored. Waylon Bellard. Everybody. Thank you so much. We love you. I don't say that lightly. I mean that because you guys take an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours out of your night to hang with us, and we truly, truly appreciate it. Kevin, we love you, brother, wherever you are. Kill him, knock him dead, rock him, sock him.
Love you, Kev.
We love you, and Kevin's going to be back next week, folks, so please join us.
Like and subscribe.
Please join us, like and subscribe to the Black Therapy Show. We need it, folks. We absolutely need it.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. We in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. With Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We'll be giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God up above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Yeah. We're out.
Woo!